Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How y'all been? How y'all been this week? It's almost that day. It's almost that day, Lover's Lane. But as usual, if you've been tuning in, checking in, listening in on the Spreaker app for the audio version every Thursday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Hopefully you watching over on Twitch and YouTube Live. I swear my hats and the mic don't cooperate. But that's TNR TV on Twitch and TNR TV 1021 on YouTube. As y'all know, like I was saying, I always like to start the show off with a quote of the day. This one deep. And of course, it's our Hue month, because I don't really like to use the other word. The other word they gave it like a if you really look it up, it ain't what you want it to be. Yeah, it ain't what you want it to be. But the quote of the day is we must. But the quote of the day is, hey, I'm gonna give me a team, a producer team, because all hats lay on this hand. But anyhow, the quote of the day is: we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, that quote kind of makes me think, like, if I had to reflect on it, it's like, things happen in a moment, but hope, when you really truly believe in yourself, it's infinite. Like it's like a person I know, they say unlimited potential unlimited. Basically, as long as you believe, you can achieve. And like I always say, hopefully it's something positive. 'Cause I don't want you out here trying to be the best bank robber or something. But yeah, that's the quote of the day starting off the show. Quote of the day by MLK for Black History Month, like they like to call it. But I just read some stuff, Google took, not to move off too far, but Google took, the Pride Month and the Black History. They took another month off too. But they say you can't find it. I haven't actually searched it yet. But there we go. So I've been playing with this board. I think I got it right there. Hello? Y'all hear me better out there? Yeah. But this week in current event, man, of course, the Super Bowl just happened. Everybody talking about the Kendrick Lamar. They say it was a message. Some people say it was a negative message. But it's really all just truly based off of what you believe. You got to believe in yourself, like Martin Luther King said, but never lose infinite hope in yourself, because like the way the government going, you better start believing in yourself anyway, because if you're going to be sitting around thinking you're going to get some handouts or something, I don't think that's working no more. You're going to have to make you ever heard the saying, people only help those who help theyself. Yeah, current events, But yeah, Kendrick Lamar, man, I was at the moment it was something going on that I really didn't get to lock in on it the way I wanted to, but I caught some glimpses, and it was a cool performance. I ain't gonna give it a bad grade or nothing because the actual performance, but what's throwing me off at the moment is how it's all these different opinions. The revolution. The revolution should have been started for yourself. But it's good that people can try to unite as something that make people, think to want to come together and be one instead of just, but it starts with yourself. If you don't, lock in and fix yourself first, hey. But yeah, it's the one dude. He used to play in the NFL too. I ain't gonna put no names out there, but if you know, he was trying to, he was trying to be little youngin. You know what I'm saying? Well, Kendrick ain't youngin no more, but he younger than me. But but then they got the message. I kind of felt what people were saying. What was the message? Like, it meant something. But it's cool if you took it as saying, look, man, to make you want to be more than you were before you saw it, that's a good thing. Like, it's going to always be some negativity in the mix. So, we can't really thrive off of that. But you can engage and voice your opinion with hashtag voice your opinion TNRP show, for you can leave your comment or your opinion. I love to see or hear your perspectives. You can also text 440-999-9585 with your opinion also. I might even give you a call back. And of course, in other news, you got the boy Elon Musk. He trying to corporate take over everything. It's almost like he just, how you ever read the book the best, it's called The Best Laid Plans. It's about how they was grooming the guy to be the president. But you know how you ever heard the saying the president is really just like the puppet? Because Musk is a very wealthy guy. What they say, he got like 70% of the satellites in the sky. He own them. So he got a lot of control, even though the best thing to control is yourself. Once we learn to control ourselves, then we start mastering life better, because then we can take the time to, make the necessary changes. But we only could do that when we start looking at ourselves. Like I like to say, how they say, don't regret. I like to say you need to regret, because when you regret, that means you accept it. You was accountable to accept what mistake or error you made, and then now you prepping yourself to make the necessary changes. But yeah, Elon Musk, he done took over. They said ain't no more board of education. And when I was doing the research on that, I'm like, the board of education ain't just only been around since '79. Like I thought that was something that was like been around. And then when you really think about the time, like lapse, like periods of what been going on over the years, a lot of the stuff ain't really been around that long. Because I always tell people, like, America itself is really a young country. It's only a couple 100 years old. So, hey. But yeah, Elon Musk, your boy, he out here, him and Trump, boy, they on a rampage. But like everybody say with the Kendrick thing and the message that they perceived it as, you gotta run with it, man. Hopefully, everybody, because things ain't gonna never happen the way we expect them to happen. But the fact of the matter is, as long as you putting the foot forward to make it better, it's when you give up or settle, or you know what I'm saying, that you should start worrying. But if you a person that's always, out to like make your life better, especially if we can do it legally, especially coming from my community, because like our community, like inner city, we usually take the easy route. And like I always say, easy, simple, adventurous. Easy usually come with the consequences. Simple is probably the best route, but once you understand simple, then you can try to be a little bit adventurous. But yeah, we got Elon Musk activities. It been a few other things going on, catastrophes or whatever you would like to call it. But as current events, it could be something going on right now. Let me see if we got something currently going on that we need to know about. Let's see. Yeah, ain't nothing. They talking about the tariffs again. Robert Kennedy, he's stressing the health department. Um, we got Trump winning all his lawsuits. He just got paid from somebody. I know they say it was like 25 mil from ABC. How much more? But he up though. Put it like that. He got Japan to invest $1 trillion. So Everybody only thinking about that DEI thing, man. It's a way bigger picture than that. So don't. That's where I think we go wrong as people because we lock in on the negative stuff instead of looking for the positive stuff, the stuff that can help us move forward. Because when you steady just paying attention to the negative stuff, you keep a negative energy in you. You ain't finding solutions because you still looking at the problem. You get what I'm saying? So as people, period, I don't care what color or hue as it really is labeled, your hue, your skin color, because it's really like a class thing, put it like that. So if you ain't figured out what class of people you want to be in, don't let your history decide where you want to be. History.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Only lets you know where you can go. You get what I'm saying? Did that sound right? Because when you study something, when you got to know where something come from to know where you're going. And then when you study history, it makes your current situation seem more like relaxed because you understand what was. And then you could kind of open your eyes, what they call the third eye. You could kind of see and believe like differently. But when you just always got that oppressed mindset, like worrying about, like I bring it to your attention, and it might even bother me sometimes, but it don't worry me because with the society we live in, even with all the AI and the robots coming and stuff, it's still opportunities to position yourself, regardless of what age you are, depending on how you want to live too. Also, that's one of them probably the most important things is how you want to live. But that's where the topic of the day can really play a big part. Navigating friendships and how to build meaningful connections. You know what I'm saying? That's really important when it comes to life, especially when you're trying to achieve things. Now, if you just like trying to, some people, forgive me, but some people just like to live to go. You get what I'm saying? They like, I'm here, I'm going to just, whenever my time, like they don't want to try to see how far they can go in life, like where they can really situate yourself. It's not like you're trying to become a celebrity. It's just, or even the wealthiest person, but you're just trying to establish a position in the world that you know of. You get what I'm saying? Like, but that's where the easy, simple, you know what I'm saying? You might just say, hey, I'm going to just do this basic, simple life. I'm going to go get an education based off society. I'm going to get a career. I'm going to buy a house, and I'm going to get me a nice car, and I'm going to just have a daily routine, hopefully get some promotions if you want to be promoted, because everybody don't want to get promotions, because when you get promoted, when you at a work site or office or whatever, it usually comes with more responsibilities. So if you're going to add on more responsibilities, I prefer for it to be personal, and again, you could text at 440-999-9585, or you could chat if you're tuning in live on YouTube at TNRTV 1021, and we over on Twitch at TNRTV. Tuning in to the Think and Reflect podcast show with your boy Ricky D, where you can voice your opinion using the hashtag Voice Your Opinion TNRP show. What y'all doing tomorrow? Hey, it was a guy though, getting back to the achieving things. I heard a guy say, I heard this saying before, but it say you only remember for 2 days, the day you was born and the day you was died. Other than that, you ain't nothing or some, and I almost liked it. Then I thought about it. I say, no, you ain't about to have that. You got to be a fool to think that was something hard. You know what I'm saying? Man, you make every day of your life more than what you think it is. Like, who's to say you can't leave a stamp on history? Who's to say? But if you go waking up in the day thinking there's only 2 days that's important in your life, you ain't gonna never think to achieve nothing. You one of them live to die type people. You know what I'm saying? And society, that's why a lot of foreigners always say America, according to people that have been living here, when you ain't really been taught or you try to take the easy route, it seems like it's a horrible country. The opportunities that the country, that's why you got so many foreigners. Even after they established the United States of America, you got people coming over here. That's why you got people, what they call them, immigrants and stuff, and illegal immigrants. I don't want to say immigrants because some immigrants come over here and they get their green card and they take their class, the citizenship class and everything. So, because when I used to go to trade school, I used to go to trade school to be a machinist, but I never got in the work field. I ain't even gonna say really, but it was an accomplishment. I finished it, but it was, my life was changing. I had more responsibility, so I felt like, hey, I need to change the way I live, but based off of friendships and people that you allow in your life, that mission kind of got aborted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't go as planned. But like they say, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So even when you plan and it don't go the way you expect, you still made steps to get there. So don't be mad at yourself. It can get frustrating though. Believe that. And I know. But before we move on, because I'm gonna jump back to Kendrick though. I don't really want to go in there because because both sides, I hear the positive side, I hear the negative side, and they both are kind of realistic. It's just how you view the world. Like, so that's more like an individual, personal, but like I say, we all entitled to an opinion, and you can voice yours using the hashtag Voice Your Opinion TNRP show. I might just say what you had, whoever, give you a shout out on the next episode. But before we move on, make sure you go grab you a bag of that Brewed Euphoria coffee, gourmet coffee. Make sure you like or follow Brewed Euphoria Coffee on Instagram and Facebook. Click the link in the bio to shop Bitter Root coffee. It's a dark, rich chocolate flavor. You can get it in grounds or you can get it in beans, 12-ounce bags. It's gourmet coffee. Just remember that. But yeah, go on follow on Instagram at Brewed Euphoria Coffee. Click the link in the bio and grab you a good bag of that Good Morning Joe. Gourmet style. Gourmet style. Because Brewed Euphoria, capturing the blissful moment with every sip. Brewed Euphoria Coffee. Make sure you grab a bag. Yeah, so what's been going on, man? Let me know what y'all plan on doing tomorrow with hashtag Voice Your Opinion TNRP Show V-Day. We gonna TNRP Voice Your Opinion TNRP Show V-Day. And y'all already know when I always gotta talk my sports. I'm a Cleveland diehard fan. You wouldn't think so, but it's dedication. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna probably keep saying it, even though I say I ain't gonna say it, but I keep saying it. But it's a dedication because you be like, man, you supposed to be a what fan? And you be using, some things just happen, and if it seems to feel good, then let's roll. You get what I'm saying? Let's roll. But don't forget to voice your opinion. Like us on most social media platforms at TNRP Show. And download the Spreaker app so you can get notifications for new episodes every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time from iHeartRadio. But in this week's Sports Corner, I'm going to be breaking down the Super Bowl. I ain't really got much to say because I ain't even really have a choice. That's why I ain't even make me a bet because I ain't even know who I wanted to win. I kind of wanted to see Kansas City do the history thing, but I knew Philly, but I didn't think Philly was going to pounce on
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
I didn't think they was gonna pounce on KC like that my little situation was going on, and when I looked at the score, it was 24-0 at halftime. I say this Super Bowl over with. They tried to make it look like it was a game, but Philly, and it wasn't even Barkley. I thought Barkley was gonna be the difference maker. He might have was just because of his presence, but the boy Jalen Hurts was showing out. They say he ain't even really had no passing yards in the second half because they was really just running the ball. I was cheering for I ain't gonna say cheering, but I was rooting for KC because they got a couple of locals, Kareem, Travis. Hey, speaking of Travis, they trying to say if he might retire or whatever, but somebody mentioned on the local stations, they was talking about how, and I said that too, like to myself, but I ain't said it the same way they were saying it, but I'm like, hey, Travis Kelce come back home, he might make the brown and orange look good. Just because he a hometown kid, he at the end of his career, but it's still a marketing concept. And the Browns, at this point, they need a lot of PR, good PR going on. So to bring somebody like Travis, and then, he dating old girl Taylor Swift, that'd be some more marketing. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be a good fit. Even keep Njoku, and so that way you ain't got to put as much pressure on Kelce and then go draft, because they say it's a lot of tight ends in the draft. So, yeah, but like, my favorite moment though, from what I did see, was this pass. I think Hurts was, scrambling whatever he hit. I think it was the what's their top receiver, but he hit him like in stride. Oh no! You know what? I'm gonna take that back. that interception return was pretty because he came out of nowhere, snatched it, did a little shook and jook. Before you know it, he was in the end zone. But after the Super Bowl, you already know what's hypes up. The offseason get to talking. And, the Browns, we got the second pick, but they man, they going to have you everywhere before the draft. You got Myles Garrett talking about trade me. I like Myles, whatever, but when somebody starts saying they want to go, man, hey, if you could get the best deal, but the Browns, the front office say they ain't letting him go nowhere, but that could be a bunch of smoking lights, how they said. But if we do trade him, like I said last week, we need at least 2 first rounds, a nice middle round pick, and a starting caliber player in return. But they was looking, like thinking on the draft, they were saying Tennessee was probably not the most recent, but current information was Tennessee was taking Cam Ward, the quarterback from Miami. The Browns was going to jump on Shador and then body, yada, yada. So now the most recent discussion is the Titans going to take either the linebacker dude, Carter, or Hunter. So now that leaves the Browns to choose between either Cam Ward and or Shador. The Giants want Shador. They got number 3. And that's where the power move come in at because, boom, the Browns can say, hey, y'all really want Shador? We need next year's first round. We need such and such and such and such. Bam. So they come up on 2-3 extra picks just to move back one space, and they still get the quarterback that they saying the Browns really want, which is Cam Ward. So that's like a win-win-win situation. It's really but that's like throw an extra win in there. They get that one off. That means they get another draft pick. They still get their quarterback of the future.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hopefully he turned out to be that person. You get an extra pick. So, boom, now you one of them middle picks that you probably didn't get from the Giants. That's where you go draft you another 3rd, 4th round type quarterback to see what he do. Go get you one of them vets like a Kirk Cousins or somebody. But like what they were saying on the local radio, I ain't put this together too. They was like, oh, no, that was Mary Kay. She a local journalist for the Cleveland Plain Dealer. But she was saying something about whoever the veteran is, they might as well be prepared to either sit most of the season, if not the whole season, because whoever the quarterback is, he coming in through the door. Hopefully he make it through the preseason to where, hey, game 1, you start. Because our coach, he actually never had his own quarterback. He be picking people off the streets, and then we traded for Watson. Football-wise, I thought Watson, I was the PR part, I was skeptical because I wasn't in the rooms. But on the football side, I was excited. Like, oh, we got Watson, but I think his mental was scrambled up. And he just never got it. And then they was talking about some other stuff because, people been doing their full research. And they say this guy on 7-7 drills, they say he paused, like he ain't even reacting, with the 7-on-7 drills. So he really just one of them players. He playing backyard, what they would call backyard football. That's what made his stats look good. He just was athletic and had the size. Now his mental gone, so it don't work. He already wasn't reading defenses and stuff like that. So, And then we tied to him for like 3-4 years, I think. So he gonna be around in some type of, unless we get lucky and somebody say, hey, we take him on. Let's see if he can work for us. But we gonna have to take a hit, the Browns, anyway. And of course, while I'm on the Cleveland talk, but man, the Browns, before I go away from the Browns, man, the Browns, if they work their hand right, even without Miles, like a lot of people been saying, and even I've been kind of saying it, but I ain't saying it in the way they saying it nationally, but it might be a good thing for the Browns to get, to part ways with Garrett, because it can help them. I don't like to say rebuild, but reboot, because we still basically got the same team they predicted to make the playoffs. So why all of a sudden we just trash now? You get what I'm saying? Like, we just had a horrible season because the quarterback situation didn't work. Jameis Winston was exciting, but he was a turnover machine. Turnover, man. Hey, he fun, he carry, but J-Bo, J-Job, whatever, I forgot what his little nickname is, but you've been kind of clowning too, though, dude. Calm down a little bit. I know you're thinking about your after career, but don't go out like that, bro. Seriously. That's just my opinion. You can voice yours too with the hashtag Voice Your Opinion TNRP show. For real. That guy been kind of tripping. But yeah, let me go on them Cavs, man. They just made, I talked about the trade a little bit, but they done played a couple games with Hunter. The last night he scored like 18. See, the Cavs, boy, that trade, and they still moving. They still flowing. They smashed on who we played last night. See, I ain't what's the name, but it's almost that time. It's about to be All-Star weekend, so after the All-Star game, the season really turned up. I say after the trade deadline, but after the All-Star, that's when the buyouts start hitting up. So now you really know what your team about to be. Like them last 3-4 weeks, before the playoffs start, it's like go hard. See, we so much in a good position. We ain't gonna be no less than a 2 seed, but I think we gonna hold on to the 1st seed. But yeah, them Cavs, man, they looking good. They smashed. Who did we play last night? Oh, we played Toronto, yeah, because they was talking about Tristan was about to fight his hometown. They silly for that one. But yeah, it was 131-108, man. They scored 41 in the first. They really, that first quarter, what did it? They smashed it 41-17. But they say Tristan slammed the ball. The little unwritten rule, man. You blowing the team out. That's like scoring a touchdown and you up 4 touchdowns with 1 minute to go, and you gonna run in the end zone instead of taking the knee. hey, you just be in the moment, man. Tristan probably just was in the moment. He hadn't been on the court. He probably was getting some little what they call it, the when it's like the wash time minutes or whatever they call it. But he like, shit, I'm about to get this dunk in. I need to see. Let me see what the dunk look like. Let me see the videos with the dunk. Let me see what it look like. Oh, that's a nice jacket. Tristan's dunk. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Tristan fool. Show the video. Oh, them some old. Where the dunk at? They just keep showing the fights, man. I want to see the dunk. Like, was it, but you know, that sometimes people just be sore losers, too. Oh, yes. Yeah, he was on some trash. He was on trash with that one because everybody was just standing there. And he say, "Oh, let me go get the." Hey, I wonder if that was you know how they be getting them incentives? Because I remember one year, man, Larry Hughes. If you know Larry Hughes, hey, the guy barely played any games that season. He got like a $2 million bonus just because the Cavs won more than 49 games, and he wasn't even part of the solution. He got an extra $2 million. But yeah, man. Before I skip on to the holiday of the day and these fun facts, but I was watching one of the national broadcasts, and they was talking about because they people trying to say, but because Mahomes lost, he done fell down in the GOAT, the greatest of all time category. But man, that guy got 4 Super Bowls, and he still like got a good 5-10 years left in his career. So you never know. But when they was talking, the guy brought up one of my favorites of all time, who I used to think I was when I was trying to be quarterback, Joe Montana. If you was the quarterback when I was young, you was Joe. You called yourself Joe Montana, or I used to like Randall Cunningham too, but Joe Montana, Dan Marino was my guy too. But if you was Joe Montana, was like him and Jerry Rice. That was just like, I don't think it been no combination. It's probably teams with quarterback receiver combination with better numbers, but the actual play on the field, especially with the times that it was, man, Joe Montana. But you got this the order I put. I put Montana. You got Brady, because Brady got the most Super Bowls, but Joe Montana is undefeated in the Super Bowl. He got 4 Super Bowls. He undefeated.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Brady got the most. Brady, it's hard to pick between them two though. But I grew up in I grew up in both eras, but the one that really made me want to be a quarterback was Joe Montana. And then Patrick Mahomes, he still got time, so we don't know where he might end up at. A lot of people forget to throw Terry Bradshaw in there too, because Terry got like 4 Super Bowls too. I don't really know how it worked out. I think he played in more than 4, but I know he got 4 Super Bowl wins. So you gotta put him up there. But the one that they forget about the most, this is before the Super Bowl era, that's Otto Graham. Otto Graham and that Browns era before they came over to the NFL, they was in the AFL, and they used to constantly win. I think they got like 7 or 10 championships. The old Browns, before it became the Super Bowl, they was the ones you couldn't beat. They was the upper echelon, or the dynasty as they call it. when people was really just starting to really understand the concept of the sport itself. So when you talk GOAT talk, when it comes to NFL quarterbacks, don't forget Otto Graham. And he only played for one team. Yep. Otto Graham, I got Joe, like I say, Montana Brady. Mahomes, he's still in the air, but he done lost a Super Bowl. He done lost a couple Super Bowls now. You got Bradshaw, and then you got Otto Graham. See, the only reason Otto Graham come in there because it won Super Bowls. When they started calling it the Super Bowl, that's when the Browns they took a fall. But in the 80s, we used to be right there, man. That it was either John Elway or Jim Kelly in our way, boy. I swear, Jim Kelly was a nice quarterback too. Like them 80s, 90s quarterbacks, they was like what you would call statues. That's why Elway was such a beast. Quarterbacks like Randall Cunningham, but Cunningham, he used to scare you. Like he was one of the first quarterbacks that just what you would call freestyle, or just like you'd be like, hey man, what he about to do? You know what I'm saying? He running around dodging tacklers, but you would be like, damn, Cunningham was nice. But did you know no number before 1,000 contains the letter A? That's your fun fact for the day. That's your fun fact for the day. Shots fired. Yep. That's your fun fact. And if you did, it's always plenty of holidays, but the one I chose for the day was National Self-Love Day. Like, can't nobody else love you unless you learn to love yourself. But you know what other people can do? They can make you question yourself. But if you can question yourself, that also could be a good thing, because that's like I said earlier, to regret is to accept. So if you get to questioning yourself, that means you might need to take the time to look in the mirror, reevaluate so you can reinvent and keep moving forward until, you're called upon. But until then, you got to achieve for some type of greatness. You got to achieve some type of greatness. You got to think you're something more than what other people think. Y'all know what time it is when you hear that. I ain't gonna go too hard because I think I went too far. I laughed too long. Because sports, I be telling my boy, I say, man, we could talk sports all day, because we talk sports all day anyway. We be talking life too. But you already know it's that Think and Reflect segment. With your boy, we talking about navigating friendships, how to build meaningful relationships. I can't tell you how, but I can tell you it's important. Like them connections is deep. And you gotta realize where you come from, when it comes to navigating a relationship. You gotta realize the people that you allow to be in your life, that you would call a friend, because that's a strong word, friend, too, though. Because one of my theories is, like, your first set of friends, some of them might turn out to be long friends, or like y'all might, but best believe, and during that journey, y'all gonna have some type of, I ain't gonna call it a fallout, but some disagreements. y'all gonna have some disagreements for sure. Cause, I'm still buddies with most of my elementary and, friends and stuff, but most of the time, you gotta understand, like, we almost, like, when you become friends with people because where you were raised or born or even go to school and stuff like that as a child and teenager, them are almost friends that are forced on you.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You get what I'm saying? Because you at that age, you don't really have the choice. You can't really make the choice of where your environment or location, or, you know what I'm saying? You don't really have that option. You can seclude yourself and not even learn who them people are, and you could just be your own individual. Once you start understanding life, you can achieve the things you want out of life based off of what you done learned and, and such. But that's where the navigating come in at, because once you start getting old enough to realize what's good for you and what's not, and most of us, we get comfortable. Like, that's like the saying with the comfort zone. That one of the shows I did recently was talking about how to break your comfort zone. And we get comfortable with the people that we hang with. But you ever heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. So if you hanging around on average 5 people as people you associate with, what type of things are they into? What do they have you doing? Like, how is your thinking? Like, do you end up in drama and all type of, mishap from dealing with these people? But them, most of the time, are the people that you started life with calling friends. But then, as you become older and you start making, like, okay, when you go to, like, after high school, you go to college, but your college or university is more, or trade school or whatever, but at the high school, it's more like you choosing your environment. Like, you choose, like, it's on you. Like, but like I say, we've been picked up habits, and we be comfortable, and we be kind of stuck in what we would call familiarity. Like, okay, I'm familiar with these people, yada yada yada, knowing that and that it ain't no good for you. But in the end, it's all on you. And you're not blaming other people, but it's just the fact that, okay, when I'm around these people, it's nothing, no brainstorming going on, no ideas, circulating. And that's like I was in earlier when I was talking about how I was gonna mention one of my comrades in the spotlight, but he younger than me, but his mindset, I can almost consider him a day 2 friend, because when I was coming up, he wasn't even really thought of, because he's that much younger than me. But the fact that his brain set, what I like to call it, is on the same path as where I see myself trying to be, or been wanting to be, or trying to go. That's like the day 2s. The day 2s. The day 2s are the people who are on the same type of wavelength as you, because y'all more linked up or hooked up based off of conversation, communication, like things that align or are similar interests. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier for y'all Them day twos sometimes turn out to be some of your best, most supportive friends because y'all have a better understanding on each other. You know, like y'all purpose in life, the goals are similar. So it's easier to get along. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all gonna be thinking more solutions than problems. Like getting back to the talking about the current events and how, Elon Musk and Trump and them changing all this stuff, but in the end it's about, what you set your goals for. But that's the thing with the day twos. But you gotta be careful with day twos too, because you never know what they background are. Some day twos they what they say rock you to sleep. That's how see when you come from an urban community, man, the oppressed thinking, it almost expands over generations without consciously even being aware. Like you might even really, really, really want to be something or try to be somewhere. You want to change the narrative, but from your generational, it's almost a curse, like they say. But as long as each generation is trying to better what they came from, then hopefully in one of them generations just completely stopped. And in today's society, this is probably the best time for everybody to figure out how to get the negativity up out of their system, because like the op shit and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like always mad, even especially in the homes. Like the homes really need to figure out how to solution base. But the communities, you from 64th and I'm from 63rd and all of that, and you my op, because what is y'all really opting for? Because I never understood when I came up, I had my little confrontations, but I was never like, that's the enemy. I was more a protect, I'm going to protect myself, but I was one of them cats. I like to move around, like, so I'm a networker, you know what I'm saying? And that's getting back to the navigating the friendships and how to build meaningful connections, because when you network, you're usually networking with people that you want your lifestyle to be, you know what I'm saying? So when the more you grow, the more you want the people that you know or community, like they don't be friends. They start off more as associates, you know what I'm saying, or business partners, and then based off of the communications between the two, it might turn into a friendship, but the connection, and when we get old, it's more like the connection, like the boy, I'm going to shout him out, shout out Sauce Worker, because he say, it sound weird, but it makes sense when he say, we gotta, you want people around you that you can use. Like I gotta be useful to you. You gotta be useful to me, or otherwise we just taking, we wasting each other's time. And that's like I like to say, like how I do this, for instance. This is what I choose to do with the time I feel like I have to spare. This is what I want. There's other things that go on with time that I have to spare, because I only do this once a week, and taking notes. And by it being once a week, I could just really take throughout the week. So it's not, it's organizing. You're just learning to structure yourself. And once you start knowing something is about to be like a regular part of your life, you figure out how to include it so that it doesn't affect your life. It's more productive than destructive, you get what I'm saying? So that's how you get when you start, having meaningful connections, you get you build. That's like the saying, man sharpen man, like steel sharpen steel. Not saying literally man, but humans. Like if we're around each other brainstorming, coming up with ideas, solutions, them the people you want to build friendships and connections with. Even if you want to go like the other route, and hey, hopefully your connections are worth your time. But yeah, man, navigate friendships. Build meaningful connections. You can voice your opinion with hashtag voice your opinion TNRP show. Text 440-958-999-9585, where you can also voice your opinion. And like I say, I might give you a shout out on the next episode, and then we might even discuss. I might even set up an interview with you, and that's something me and my little homie was talking about. Because the interview thing, it's part of the fruition. You know what I'm saying? But I also wanted to be correct too. You know what I'm saying? And I don't just want to do an interview just to say I'm doing an interview. I need it to be meaningful also. But yeah, shout out Mr. Make 'em Holler. That's my guy, little young PM. But like I say, moving on. Before I move on, I want to shout out Bassin and Bassin injury settlement lawyers. Yeah, so if you're in the Northeast Ohio area and you was in a car accident or you hurt yourself at work, make sure you reach out to Bassin and Bassin and let them know Ricky Calhoun sent you. But I was gonna throw in the little trivia, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do the trip. That's what my new. Other than I was trying to think of a game, but I'm gonna just do the trivia because back in the days I was gonna do like a streaming show called You Better Know That. I was gonna go around town, asking people such and such and such and such, did you know? And then if they ain't know, then I'd be like, oh, well, you better know that. Hey, if you steal it, man, just give me my credit, man. But, yeah, you better know that. So what we going to do is, that's almost like my fun fact. So what it is I mess around and get rid of fun facts and just make that the trivia section. What you think? Hashtag voice your opinion TNRP show trivia. If you want to comment and give me some suggestions, I'm surely welcoming. Surely welcoming. But before we go, don't forget to go grab you some of that Bavaria's clothing collection. That's BRAVURAS clothing collection. To rule the kingdom, you must tame the jungle. A consistent show of dash and spirit, bravery, Bavaria's. Yeah, before I leave y'all, I'm going to leave y'all with more of my final thought, man. But the final thought is, if you're going to live, man, believe, have faith, so you can achieve, man. Don't let one moment deter your whole vision, your idea, the dream. Because if you ain't got no dream, you really, like, to me, I ain't gonna put nobody down, but people that don't have like a vision or a dream outside, like even if you going to work, like have a vision to be. Like when you go stock the shelf, man, make sure your vision is to make sure that when a person come in there and they shopping and they be like, man, whoever stocked this shelf, boy, they stocked out of this. So with them final thoughts, man, just achieve to be your best, and in the process, you always going to get better. And with that, we out.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.